to Rock With You Live with Miss Rock With You. Today, we have some special guests here. They've never been on the pod, all three of them. This is their first time. Who do I have with me?
My name is Aliyah Thompson, and I am the 97th Miss Johnson C. Smith University.
Yeah! And who do we have next to her?
Stanley StVilus.
A.K.A.
Big Sexy.
And who's next to him? Gang.
OV, man. OV.Trey on Instagram. Make sure you follow that. Yo to the good.
All right. We here for it. Okay, so welcome to Rock With You Live. Today we have two topics. The first topic is generational curses, and the second topic is priorities. And that could mean anything. And we have some Instagram feedback as well, so I hope y'all ready for that. Feel free to join the lives on y'all phones so they can get y'all point of view as well. But we're going to start the pod today with our first icebreaker question, which is, what is your favorite Thanksgiving food? Like, what's your must-have on your plate? Anybody can start.
Or like build a plate, or like what's your favorite from them?
If you want to build a plate, we're here for that as well.
Yeah, I'll start off. Okay, so
Go ahead.
First mandatory, you need the ham.
The ham?
The honey glazed ham.
Okay.
Mandatory. And then you need the corner piece of the mac and cheese.
You said corn and what?
No, the corner piece of the mac and cheese.
Oh.
Yeah, that's mandatory. Let's see. You need a little greens on there, so you don't need a lot, but I'll take a little greens on there.
Okay.
And, some deviled eggs. I need deviled eggs on my plate too.
Oh, you different.
Yeah, you don't rock with deviled eggs?
I can't say that I do.
I like deviled eggs for sure.
No, you see, that's really what we like.
We need them yams.
Yeah.
The yam? Oh, yeah.
We need them yams.
Okay.
Yeah, yams. I like that. Yeah, I'm done. That's my plate.
That's your plate?
Yeah, that's my plate.
All right, that's low vibration.
Please. I think I need the corner. I like the middle because it's very cheesy. Because I feel like the corner is kind of burnt a little bit. Not burnt, but it's just kind of a little crispy.
That's what make it good, because like when you bite into it, it's like a little.
Yeah,
really.
I need the mac and cheese must-haves. I'm not gonna build the whole plate, but the must-haves, I need my mac and cheese and candy yams, and that has to go together.
I love how everybody calls them something different. Like, I just say yams.
Yeah, the candy.
But some people say dressing, some people say stuffing. You never know.
Yeah, I need my candy yams though. My gran. It's really candy.
Gran?
Yeah, my gran.
Glory. Shout out to Gran.
Yeah.
What's on your plate, Trey?
I mean, y'all can say the place. I'm here for the dessert. I need honey bun cake. I need Swiss chocolate cake. I need pound cake. I need banana pudding. I need all that.
Hold on, wait. You ain't saying no food. You saying all desserts.
I need desserts.
What about the sweet potato pie though?
I missed out.
Yeah.
I need a pecan pie.
Okay.
I need all that.
Pecan pie.
Yeah.
Me personally, I'm just a little sweet potato girl, a little cheesecake. Apple pie? Yes, no?
Yeah, that's mandatory.
Yes?
Mandatory.
Okay.
With the crumbles on top. A lot of crumbles.
Ooh.
A lot of crumbles.
With the ice cream on the side too.
Yeah.
Vanilla bean ice cream? Glory. Okay, so if it's cool with y'all, we're going to move on to our topics. Miss Rock With You, hey y'all, I'm looking into the live. So the first question of the day is, do you feel like you're a product of your environment? And this could go as far as friend group. This could go generational.
I feel like I'm a product of my environment, but in a good way. I know that can also go bad terms as well in some cases, but I feel like I'm a product of my environment because, like, growing up, my parents have always put me in places where I'm going to continue to grow and, like, be exposed to just good things in the community and things to be a part of. So I feel like in a good way, I'm a product of my environment. I've always had positive things around me growing up, so that has always like pushed me to continue to surround myself with like-minded people and just be in the midst of like good opportunities and just good people. So I think in a good way, I'm a product of my environment.
Yes. I love that for you.
I'll go ahead. I have to agree. Like, I feel like I'm like Aliyah in a way, but I just feel like from where I come from, kind of I would say I'm a product, but in a good way, like she said. But I just don't embody like what I came from. You know what I'm saying? It was a lot of struggle, a lot of, you know what I'm saying, poverty, a lot of fights, a lot of people getting killed, stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? But I just feel like I took that and took it to another place and try to see the positives out of what I could, just see what positive I could make out of what negative came to my life. So yeah, I guess I am a product of my environment.
Yeah, I can agree with the both of them. For my life, I had nothing but positivity around me and nothing but excellence. So I feel like ever since I was a kid, my parents, my sister, my cousins, all of us, I feel like I grew up in an environment where it was not, like the expectation was to be great. So I feel like that made me great. So I feel like I am a product of my environment.
Okay. So I can see how this conversation could go different with different people. Do you feel like because you are a product of an environment where you had excellence, all of you guys had excellence and positivity around you, do you feel like you had pressure to become a good heir of that environment? Or do you feel like you kind of figured out your own path once you got to college? Or once you stepped out on your own, like, did you want to create your own environment to be a product of? Does that make sense?
Yes. I would say yes. Just based off when I grew up. Okay, so I come from like a sports family.
Okay.
And like I was always in sports growing up and stuff like that. I ended up getting a scholarship coming to Smith, and I ended up quitting though because I just felt like I didn't love it. I wasn't in love with it anymore, and I had other passions and stuff like that. But it came from just wanting to be. Of course, I enjoyed the sports I played, but at the same time, I just didn't have the passion to want to be great in that, and I just felt like I was following like this destiny that came from like my family and stuff like that. But yeah.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Alright. So for me, I can say as a kid there was pressure because my sister, I'll give credit to her. She was always been like the smarter one out of us. So yeah. So
Right.
shout out,
for real.
Yeah, shout out to sister. But she really, I feel like that pressure sort of made me into the person who I am. Because I feel like even after a little minute when I grew up, I realized the amount of pressure I was putting on myself to be great, hence made me who I am. And like stuff I took for granted, like I'd be around people and be like, dawg, I mean, I got a straight A, well, I got straight A in one B, and I'd be mad about that B, but other people be like, dawg, be grateful for that. I wish I had them grades.
I ain't gonna lie, I would have been the one telling you that.
Yeah.
Because you better than me.
So yeah, I feel like stuff like that really made me who I am. So I feel like that pressure as a kid really molded me to who I am now.
Okay, cool.
I would say it didn't really pressure me, but it gave me like those standards to always keep those standards of being in a positive space and being in a positive mindset. But I wouldn't say that it necessarily, of course it makes me continue to hold those standards of continuing to be great, but I don't think it necessarily pressured me. It just always was in the back of my mind that this is where I want to be, but I don't think it really gave me a lot of pressure, if you understand what I'm saying.
Yes, I totally understand. Do you guys feel like you are who you hang with? Big question, ain't it?
No,
like
that's
birds
true.
of a feather flock together. Is that a real statement, or can you be your own product of the environment that you're around
I think you can.
in a friend group?
I think you can, but at the same time, I mean, ultimately, I feel like you are a product of your environment. You start to like evolve if that's what you're constantly around. In a way, like even if it's small or big, you somehow kind of take those pieces of the environment you're in, whether it's good or bad. But I think that's very true. You are, what is it? Birds of a feather flock together?
Yeah, I think I said it wrong, but you said it right.
Yeah, so I think that's very true. I might come back. I got to collect my thoughts. I'll see what they say then.
I did like what Aliyah just said. No matter what you do, even if you don't take whoever you hang with, no matter like what you take, even if it's not a lot, you're gonna take something from them. Even if it's how they talk, how they act, even a simple body language, you're gonna take something from them. So I don't fully believe you are a product of who you hang with, but you're still gonna take pieces of who they are.
Like unconsciously.
Yeah, unconsciously, if you hang around them.
I agree, but in the aspect of like your own character and stuff like that, I just feel like it depends on how mentally strong you are to be who you want to be and who you feel like you're set out to be. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can be around any environment, like I said, like how I grew up and stuff like that, but my mental was too strong for me to just be lax in that and be complacent in where I was. So it depends on the person.
Yeah, that's true.
Honestly.
I love that. I'm about to read some responses from the Instagram story, and I'm gonna direct this towards you, Trey. This says, to a certain extent, I do, but sports really saved the kid.
Okay, yeah.
What I think he meant by that was like, he is a product of his environment, so sports turned him into the person that he is. Maybe gave him a more positive. I don't know. What you think?
Yeah, okay, I see where that, you know what I'm saying, where that comes from. I just didn't have the passion to be great in sports. You know what I'm saying? Like, I didn't want to go to the pro level. Like, that wasn't really my aspirations. Like, I really was into graphic design and fashion modeling and clothing and stuff like that. But like, growing up, it was so engraved in like our family to be like good in sports. You know what I'm saying? Because we were good in sports. You know what I'm saying? I'm athletically gifted, but at the same time,
I mean, you better talk your mess.
Yeah, I just didn't want to, you know what I'm saying? I had different passions and stuff like that. But I do get what he means about like life's lessons through sports and stuff like that. Like, yeah, I know a lot of people that got saved by sports and they ended up turning it into, you know what I'm saying, revenue for themselves by bringing in, you know what I'm saying, stuff like that. Scholarships and stuff like that, you know what I'm saying? But
I just thought about it. I directed that towards you, Trey, but all three of y'all are athletes. Aliyah is a ballerina, if y'all didn't know.
Yeah.
Stanley, you definitely played football too as well, didn't you?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so can y'all speak to that as well?
Yeah.
Do you feel like your sport put you in a positive place to be a good product of that environment?
For me, sports was sort of what Trey said. Like, sports for me, like, it was engraved in me. So as soon as I came out the womb, I was playing sports. But
You did a backflip out the womb?
Yeah, bitch, you say that. But like I said, my parents, even though they always put me in sports, they always made the student come first. So I've always been a student athlete. So like I didn't need sports to get into college. Like the reason I came here to Smith was for football, but now I'm not playing no more. But my scholarship, my academic scholarships were keeping me up. So it's like I never needed sports.
I'm trying to think, but honestly, I think they got this one. I'll pass on this one.
Okay.
Yeah, can I like piggyback on that?
Absolutely.
Like, I'm not gonna lie, like, I was fortunate enough to have like I got accepted into like 14 schools just based off academics.
Oh,
like,
hold on.
yeah,
Stop
like,
playing with that boy.
I was just grateful, you know what I'm saying? I was blessed enough to be able to have both. So
You feel me?
yeah, that's really it. You know what I'm saying? I know there's some circumstances where people have to take that route because of the circumstances that they go through or the cards they're dealt. But that's just not my story.
We got a really good one on the Instagram Live. My best friend Kayla Roberts, shout out to Kayla Roberts. She said, I feel like I've been a product of my environment, but I will say I've made false layers of who I thought I was in high school, but was forced to strip those layers away when I entered college and had no choice but to find out who I really am. I feel like comfortability plays a huge part, so if you want to change, you have to make it for yourself in a way. I feel like some people that come from bad environments feel pressured to do better, and they give themselves certain expectations when they fail once they go back to the environment that raised them. That's a book.
Yeah.
That's a book.
I'm on the live too. I'm gonna see what she said again.
Yes. I need to digest that one for a second.
Yeah, read one more time.
Yeah.
Let me start from I feel like I've been a product of my environment, but I will say I've made false layers of who I thought I was in high school, but was forced to strip those layers away when I entered college. We can stop right there because that's one section of it.
My fault.
Ooh. Layers of who I thought I was. I'm not gonna lie, that feels like me a little bit. Cause like, I don't know, cause I've always been the type of person to have like different friend groups. So it's like you take little things from each one, and it's like it makes up a part of who you are. So once you get here and you still have those in the back of your brain, but once you get here and you get exposed to all these different things, it's like, okay, it's time to move on and like gain that maturity layer. You see what I'm saying? I don't know.
I don't think That's not necessarily. This just made me think of like different seasons you're in. So I don't think that if she was a product of her environment, it might not be such a bad thing, because her saying, let's say she said she's made false layers of herself, but I don't think nothing had to be like false. It was just you shed off this layer, and now you're, you know, blossoming. You're going into a new season, just a new layer of yourself, and then once you're done in that season, it just makes me think of seasons. So I don't think that's necessarily a negative thing. She just came to college, and then she saw who she was. That was just a different season, just another layer of herself. So I don't think that was necessarily a bad thing.
And you learn from each layer too.
Yeah, you do. So
Based on how you view it.
Really.
Everything is perspective.
right.
You know, so like it could have been something that she was going through bad, and you know what I'm saying, people could look at it and be like, I wish I had it. You know, so it's subjective, but yeah.
Ooh. So our next question is, are generational curses real, and can you grow from them? I got an overflow of yeses, and I got a couple no's too. What do y'all think?
I think yes.
Yeah.
Let's name a couple black stereotypical generational curses.
Stereotypical ones?
Stereotypical generational curses.
Are you talking about economic situations, or are you talking about like
Anything.
household?
Anything that people are like, black people gonna always do this.
Oh,
I think when I think of like generational curses, right now what's coming to my mind is like growing up in like the projects, or you know, the city, or maybe like a low income area. But I just think of like, if it just keeps happening that you grow up in this area, and then somehow like you may not have like the capacity to understand that you can get out of this situation, and then the next generation is growing up in the same thing. So I don't know, that was just something that I thought about. That reminds me of like a generational curse. Like some people don't have like the capacity or the understanding that this doesn't have to keep happening. Like, it can be changed. Your situation can be changed. So
yeah, I want to speak on that. And I can say through family, friends, I've seen this before. Sort of what Aliyah said about understanding. I feel like a mindset, like that mindset gets passed down to where like people expect a handout, especially within not to say it within our community, but just like through certain areas. Like there's sometimes I've seen this happen within my own family, whereas like sometimes people know that if they get paid too much, then they're not able to get certain government benefits. So they're not willing to take that job because they know that if they lose that job, then they're going to lose that. Then they lost the benefits with it too. So they'd rather stay in the safe capacity, and they would rather stay where they are, but then like raise their family to go to the next stage because they're scared of like what could happen if they lose that job.
I feel like that's a big generational. Hold on, because what? A big generational curse in the black community is feeling safe, like staying comfortable.
Exactly.
Like, black people just love to be comfortable. They love to be around their own people. I don't know. I feel like that's a little contradicting saying that we're at a HBCU, but it's just the fact that we like to stay compliant and comfortable because we know how bad the world can bark and bite at us if we step out of the norm or try something they like. Black people ain't never did that before, or black people ain't got the brains to do this or that.
Exactly.
They don't like to jump out and try new things. That's a generational curse.
I low-key think that comes from how we're raised.
Yeah, exactly.
Generational curse. Speak on it.
Yeah, it comes from how we raised. Like raised. Sorry.
Hey.
Like
I can't talk. I literally cannot talk at all. Like,
but no. Yeah, like
bro.
Like just being like one track. Oh my god, I can't talk right now.
Me
one
neither.
Track,
Like appreciate it, but that's
like it's like put on us at a young age to be like, they gonna go to school. You know what I'm saying? But really, it can be environmental as well. Like you only see by only seeing what you see in your environment and not getting outside of your city or stuff like that, it kind of creates this pathway for you to think like, I gotta either do this or that to make it out. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And I feel like that's a big thing.
That's so true. Somebody in the Instagram comments said that yes and yes, comfort and familiarity are the biggest blockers of growth. I feel like saying they have generational curse is not an excuse to not improve their life.
I mean, yeah.
Yeah, it's not, because you got to start with somebody.
Right.
Yeah. And that goes back to being comfortable. Yeah. If everybody felt like they had the power and the support to step out, then there wouldn't be no such thing as a generational curse.
And just like...
Because if you felt like you was being blocked, then you would go for it.
Yeah.
I don't... Mental capacity just keeps coming to my head because it's like, some people just might not really understand, like, mentally that this is not, like, what you have to go through or deal with. Like, do they really understand that you don't have to keep going through these cycles? It can be changed. But just like what Stan was saying, where some people get benefits from where they are. So if they go out and get this job or something and they're making too much money, then it's like they're going to stay so they can get the benefits. But it's like, I don't know. It's just like, do you understand that you don't have to stay here? I feel like it's a mentality thing.
Facts.
So, yeah.
Heavy on the mentality.
Mm-hmm.
You feel like your priorities have to be the same in order for a relationship to work. I'm definitely getting your face on that one, cause yeah. Don't all speak at once.
Hold up, my fault. I didn't cut you off. But what do you mean by like priorities? You mean like standards?
Oh, child. Priorities in a relationship. Let's think. So, if they have a priority that you need to work to bring money into the household, that's just an example. Like, your priorities have to be the same. You have to think like bills come first and partying comes second.
Mm-hmm.
Or God is first. That's a priority.
Yeah.
Or if you want to put the children before you want to put your spouse, that's your preference of priority.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just naming a couple just so you can think like, if me and him or you and her are not thinking on the same level and what's important to you isn't important to them, then will it work? Yes or no? You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
It has to be somewhat aligned, you know?
Yeah.
Because then you're just going to be complacent. And I don't know, I feel like if you guys aren't having the same priorities and the same standards, then it's like, how are you guys really going to go to the next level or focus on what needs to be focused on? Because somebody is focused on one thing.
Right.
Your partner is focused on the other thing. So, I don't know, I feel like they do have to be somewhat aligned, if not all aligned, you know?
Somewhat aligned, but like similar.
Yeah. Like,
in retrospect.
Yeah.
Because I'm thinking about like people who are in relationships where they have, say they might have different religions.
Mm-hmm.
And you're like, could I be with somebody who's Muslim if I'm a Christian?
Mm-hmm.
Like, our priorities are in retrospect the same, but then again they're not.
Yeah,
so it's like, would that ever work?
That's a big one.
Trey, what are you thinking?
A lot.
I see it like loading over there. That's why I'm like,
oh my gosh. I think it could work.
For how long though? Like after that honeymoon phase, you're gonna get like a little irritated, right? That's where my brain is.
Just like it's like you said earlier, like Aliyah said earlier, there's phases. You know what I'm saying? Like, and y'all have to be, I feel like the two people have to be aware of the phases of their partner. You know what I'm saying? Like, it might be different stages of the year where they may be grieving or they may be focused on money. Like, I need money right now. We need to build up a, you know what I'm saying? We need to build up financially. Or I might be thinking about how I look or something, like I need a new wardrobe. Like, I just don't feel good about, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, certain things. So I think it's communication.
Yeah.
Like, you have to communicate that to your partner. You know what I'm saying? It could work.
And keep that open communication.
But because that's how it is. Like, that's just how it's going to be. Like, you're never going to be on the same, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, you're
It's all
not the
about the
same.
communication.
You're not the same person. It's never going to be like that. But as long as you communicate that and y'all can work through that, I mean, I feel like it's cool. For should be.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's,
Stan.
yeah, that's what I agree with. That's actually what I was about to say. Communication is what's key to when it comes to priorities and everything. Like right now, I would tell somebody I'm not really looking for a relationship. Right now, I'm just looking to graduate, school, money, family right now. But that's going to change later down the years, of course, and I'm willing to talk to somebody about that because maybe in 4 or 5 years once I graduate, I'm ready to find a serious relationship.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe I'm ready to start, I don't know, looking for a job. Well, maybe in 4 or 5 years, maybe not even say family. My next priority, my top priority then is going to be looking for a job.
Right.
Then it's going to be looking for a relationship. So it's really where you are in life, and communication is going to really help you. And if they're the right person, that they're going to understand where you're at in life. So
Right.
I feel like that's important.
I agree. Just keeping the open communication because, like I said, for the other question, it's different seasons. You guys are not the same, like Trey said. So understanding that you two are evolving in the relationship together. So keeping that open communication, I understand, like, in this season I'm looking for this, but then it's going to change in the next season. So understanding that. So that was good about the communication.
Somebody in the Instagram live said, "Tell them to join the live so they
I'm
can
on
see."
the live. I'm on the live.
No, you gotta
Oh,
collab.
oh.
Yeah, so you can come in here.
How many?
Y'all feel like y'all will be able to date yourselves?
For sure.
For sure?
Sorry.
For sure.
Please, that was quick.
Do you feel like you'd be able to date yourself in the space that you're in right now? Or would you date yourself, your old self or your new self? I mean, like your future self.
Okay.
Would you date Big Sexy right now?
Nah, I'm with Trey right now. Like that's not in my goals right now to date somebody right now. So,
Wait, I think this is going over y'all head.
Okay,
I'm
say
asking
it
you
again,
like
my bad.
your
Okay.
personality,
Like a trait.
the way
Oh,
you
okay.
are right now.
Oh,
like
yeah.
if you're a
okay.
gentleman,
Oh,
if
yeah.
if you're attentive, if you like all those personality traits that you have right now. Not talking about, we're gonna forget the future, forget the
forget the
past.
future, alright.
The way you are right now,
Oh yeah.
would you date yourself, even if you ain't ready? Like,
Even if I'm not ready.
yeah, would you
Okay,
date
then
yourself?
yeah,
Do you
yeah.
like yourself enough to be?
Yeah.
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 I thought so. That's why I'm like, what do you
Yeah, my
mean?
bad, my
you
bad.
ain't
I
ready
thought,
for yourself?
I thought you meant
Yeah,
like
'cause I'm
when it
just-
comes to the other person.
Right.
No. Like, do you like who you are enough as a person right
Yeah.
now?
I would.
Oh yeah, every version of me, I can date myself. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
As you should. Somebody on the Instagram said, in some shape or form, y'all ultimate goals have to be able to align together.
Exactly.
So, if y'all don't have the same priorities, to my understanding, it'll work if at some point they align. When would they align?
Yeah, because, that's also a good question because it's like,
That's
well,
When
when?
it's time to get married?
Mm.
Because then you're one.
Yeah.
Do y'all feel like y'all ready for marriage?
No.
No.
Child, I ain't gonna lie, me neither.
It's more things I need to learn about myself.
What's scary about it?
I'm not scared of marriage, but at the same time, like spiritually, when I get married, I want to be married and locked in because that's like a covenant, I'm making with God.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't want to, I just am not playing about marriage. Like I don't want to divorce or anything. So it's a spiritual thing for me. So I don't think I'm scared necessarily, but I would be very cautious about,
Yeah.
joining someone's hand in marriage.
Oh, this is a deep question.
Is it?
Not for me. I mean, like, cause I feel like my answer is kind of shallow. But for me, I'm not scared of the marriage. Is if anything, I'm scared of the divorce.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
So that's.
I think we need to talk about that.
That's what I'm really scared about. Cause like, especially growing up in a divorced parents' household,
Mhm.
like I see how it affects. I see how it affected me and my sister. So that's what I'm scared about, and I'm also scared about how it will change me. Cause both my parents changed from it too. So it's just like it's an event that changes everything. So
That's a
what-
whole pod in itself.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what scares me the most.
We just talked about this in church.
Really?
It just comes with like, how much do I trust this person? You know what I'm saying? For me to settle down and just be like, yeah, I'm with you for life.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So commitment.
Yeah, commitment. Like,
Yeah.
do I trust that this person is that locked in with me?
I got a question for the guys, and I feel like I've been wanting to ask guys this question for a long time. How long does it take for you to know if you actually want to like be with somebody for real? Like after your talking stage, how long are you like, yo, I can see this girl actually being a girlfriend? Cause I feel like y'all, I don't know. I find guys be playing around. They like, she a girl, but I'm gonna keep her at this talking stage forever.
Yeah, actually, yeah, it's a good question.
Ain't it, Aliyah? Thank you.
And Jasmine said y'all might have time.
Hold on, cause
there's no like.
Cause y'all being quiet.
Time. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
What
Like,
you?
there's no set time on like.
Yeah, there's no rules to be like
There's
how we think about it.
It depends on your like how y'all mesh. Like that's.
Yeah.
It could be a year. It could be 5 years down the line. I still ain't.
You still don't know if you like her
I don't
enough
even
to
know if I.
give her a title.
Yeah, I mean, it ain't gotta be on no tight time where like I'm leading her on or anything, but it's just like I don't really know if I. You know what I'm saying? I ain't.
But you said it's not leading her on though.
Yeah, you
5
might not,
years.
Nah, you might not have a relationship with her to that point.
Mm-hmm.
To the point where y'all like are intimate.
Aliyah like, okay.
She not following.
She like, okay. No, I don't think I'm
I'm
following
trying.
either.
No,
because
okay,
But to
not
be let on for
I'm
5
just-
years and I'm not even a girl.
You're not let, but
I get what you. It's like you just have an
they don't
established relationship.
understand.
Yeah, like
Thank you.
you just have an established
Okay, I'm
relationship.
sorry.
I
This was
think-
for the men, so
You
yeah.
have a relationship.
That's
with,
fair though, because
What
we're
I'm saying is, you can have a relationship with a girl.
okay.
Y'all ain't ever gotta be locked in. Y'all could have just been cool.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Vibing?
But like
Question
yeah,
mark?
Vibe.
Nah, not vibing.
Vibing.
Yeah, vibing different.
Vibing different.
Nobody.
Y'all can be cool. Y'all can be. I don't know. Y'all, I don't like to say the best friend thing because everybody think best friends. But whatever. Y'all could just be cool. Y'all could, you know what I'm saying, met at work or something. I don't know. Y'all never took it there though. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
But then one day you just like, I ain't gonna lie. I'm feeling her. You know what I'm saying? Now it's time. Let me see what's going on.
Exactly.
They talking about vibing in these comments.
Yeah, it's kind of.
Oh, wow.
I think-
I don't know.
I think where me
I
and
don't think
Aaliyah's
there's
brain.
no set time. Like,
No set time?
is there a set time?
I just feel like I don't want to be let on though for that long.
I mean, yeah, I don't want to be let on.
Yeah. Because if we vibing and going crazy, then I feel like
Then
At
I
a
want
certain-
my
But
name. I
that's-
want when you be my
that's-
girlfriend that cheesecake with a plate and chocolate.
on the chocolate.
Like,
Come on.
Yeah, but like, I might
Come
not
on.
even be taking you. I might not even be taking you out of.
I just feel
Alright,
like
well,
there's,
good.
because maybe for
Yeah.
girls, there's a certain point when it's like I can see him being I can see me introducing him to my family. I can see him being a boyfriend. You know, like I can see this being long term. There has to be a point that you like this girl. She ain't got the brains enough to make it that far. I'm just gonna vibe with her. You see what I'm saying? Like you know when you don't want somebody to be long term. You know when you don't. So it has to be a point when you know when you do. Does that make sense?
Yeah, it does.
Yeah.
Oh,
I
that,
get that, but like, okay.
Tell it like it is, please. I feel like you holding back.
I'm not.
Stan,
I
what
just
do you
feel
think?
like, I feel like if you're single or whatever, there's always like certain people that you know, like you can see yourself with. Are you? Do you agree?
yeah.
Right?
Mhm.
Okay. So I'm not tripping. Not tripping. Like there's certain people you can see yourself with, but it's like it may not match up at the same time. Y'all might not even be in the same city. Y'all might not even. She might be graduated. You still in school. You know what I'm saying? Stuff like that. Like you just ain't gonna be on that tight timing yet. She might not even know. She might do know.
Really.
Really, really.
I don't know, man. Y'all know what I mean, right?
Jordan said it ain't no time limit because it ain't no time limit on them to reveal their real self. Because what you looking for now, sitting in a dorm, they might meet that, but at another part of your life, change it.
Exactly.
Charge it.
Amen.
You might be like, dang, she a vibe, but she don't have no financial skills. But that was my point.
She
Like,
might not be a good mom.
is it given like you need two to 4 years to really understand a person before you like, you know what? I done seen them through every season. I like the way they handle things. That's when you would know, like, you know what? This person could actually go kind of far. But if you didn't seen them in every season and they in shambles and they can't handle nothing, then you know, me and this person not gonna make it very long.
It's a fact.
You dig what I'm saying?
Yeah. This depends on the foundation.
Yeah.
What is there?
We have reached our time limit for this episode.
Lord.
I know. I'm sorry. It's a full 40 minutes now. Is there anything y'all would like to shout out before we end the pod and rock out? Who want to freestyle?
Shout out my mama. Shout out my mama.
You want to freestyle?
I
Trey?
thought you was about to start doing.
Oh,
shout out
no.
Okay. I'm sorry, mom.
I just want to shout out my mom. Shout out God too.
Right,
Come
shout
on,
out to
glory.
God.
Glory.
God's gonna
Glory.
speak. God's there every step of the way.
Stanley, get.
Hey, hold on, which camera?
Aliyah,
Shout out to God.
glory.
God really been working.
Hasn't he?
Has he?
They say
God.
Jesus is the reason for the season.
God is the reason.
Amen.
What? Hello.
Come on.
And yeah, my parents. Shout out to my parents. Shout out to
Jabari.
Shout out to Raya. Miss Rock with you.
Thank you.
I love you, bad.
Oh,
Thank you. Oh wait.
Stop.
Thank you for putting me.
There you go. We see you.
Thank you for putting me on. I
Glory.
enjoyed it a lot. I'm sad it's over, but this was
Yes.
a really good episode.
We definitely can do a part 2.
Yeah.
I like that.
Somebody in the comments said shout out to the good noobs.
Yo, to the good.
Shout out to the
I was gonna
outside.
shout y'all. You know what I'm saying?
Go ahead, Trey.
But shout out, right? Shout out gang. Shout out all the members. You know what I'm saying? Of the gang. You know what I'm saying?
Freedom
Real
members.
steppers.
What gang?
Shout out. You know what I'm saying? It's good. Yo to the good. Shout out my Instagram page, ob.trey. Make sure y'all go follow that.
Hey.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. I'm a
What else? Shout out my dude. Shout out to the whole fam. You know what I'm saying? I seen them yesterday. It was a good feeling. You know.
Period.
And shout out to all the cooks this Thanksgiving.
Mm-hmm.
They've been working.
Send me a picture
They
of y'all,
gonna be in
please.
that kitchen, getting to it. Shout out to y'all. Shout out all the families. And yeah, love.
Yes.
Yeah,
Stan, did you want to
follow
say
me
yours?
at Morley. Sorry.
Shout out Instagram, Stan StVilus. That's it.
Stan be chilling.
Stand chilling. Stand on business.
All right, y'all. Let's rock out.
Mm-hmm.
Turn me up. Hey. 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 They say you play when you lay. Lay with your babe.
Yeah.
You know we don't play.
Say
Hey, I want you to stay. I want you to be my babe. If you wanna come over, then you know you gotta give me that bun Have some fun, young. Get them bun
One more. My name is Stan. And I'm the man. Know I got the plan. No, I won't shake your hand.
Hey.
I'm not done. Flowing with this beat. Me on the podcast. It's me and my team. We getting money and I'm not playing. I'm like Trey, mom, when it comes to that green. Knock a nigga out. Put him in a choke. Play with Miss Rock with you. I'll get the food.
He say shoot like Steph. Shoot like Clay. Nigga, yeah. I'm OV.Trey. I might be with your baby. Might take a flight LA.